Blessed love and blessed day, oh boxing world, boxing nation, fighting world, fighting nation. It's Coach Fight, and this is real life boxing. Devin the Dream Haney defeats George the Ferocious Kambosos by unanimous decision in Melbourne, Australia, to become undisputed at lightweight. Hey, before we get into it, I'm going to ask you guys, best double jab straight down the pipe. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and the bell icon so you can be notified when all content is being uploaded on the channel of Real Life Boxing. Let's get into the video. Devin the Dream Haney puts on a masterclass performance against George the Ferocious Kambosos. And y'all been watching the fight predictions, man, just like I called it. Another one, hit another one right on the money. I said that I felt like Devin the Dream Haney was going to put on a masterclass performance for some reason. And that's exactly what he did. Nice, easy. I'm saying easy, nothing spectacular, nothing too, nothing too much. Just beautiful work behind the jab, taking his time, being patient, frustrating Kambosos, breaking down Kambosos, just behind the jab, and good defense and good boxing. You know what I'm saying? Very, very, very good performance by Devin the Dream Haney. And just like I said, worked beautifully behind his jab. In this video, we're going to talk about the pros and the cons. We're going to talk about what's in the future for Devin Haney and things that he can work on, because even though it was a masterclass performance, I still feel like there's things that he can work on. And of course, he's young and still developing, but definitely things that he can work on to get better. You know what I'm saying? Being more creative behind the jab, being more creative after the jab, being more creative in his offense, a little bit more versatile with his offense, more creative with his punches, more creative with his combinations. George Kambosos had no answer for the jab. Just for the jab alone, Kambosos had no answer for it at all. And he was trying to do the things that he did well against Teofimo Lopez, like trying to counter Devin's jab with his left hook, just trying to counter everything with his left hook. That worked beautifully for him against Teofimo Lopez. Everything that Teofimo Lopez was throwing at George Kambosos, whether it was a jab, a right hand, George Kambosos was working behind his jab and shooting the left hook. He was jabbing, hooking a lot in that fight, but he would counter everything Teofimo Lopez did. He literally countered with a left hook, and Teofimo had no answer for it at all. Now, Devin Haney said that they studied Kambosos, they watched the film, and you can tell because when Kambosos was trying to counter Devin with that left hook, Devin had that hand up here, you know what I'm saying, glued, so that left hook wasn't getting in. I mean, Devin had it glued up here, so he was like, nah, you're not catching me with that left hook. Also did a great job of smothering. One of the advantages that I thought Kambosos had in this fight was his ability to work on the inside. Felt like he's a better inside fighter than Devin the Dream Haney. But Devin Haney also did a very good job of smothering Kambosos' distance on the inside. Even when they were on the inside, like those body shots, the combinations that Kambosos was running off, because Kambosos was still trying to counter what Haney was doing with combinations to the body. But Devin Haney's fighting very smart behind his jab, was stepping with the right hand, and he knows that the counter combinations to the body shots are coming in, and Devin Haney just steps a little bit closer to him, smothers that work. Kambosos struggled with distance in this fight. Whether it was long range and inside, he struggled with both distances in the fight. From long range, Devin Haney was bouncing his jab off the top of Kambosos' head. Y'all hit the like button. Devin Haney was bouncing bouncing his jab off Kambosos' head. Kambosos had no, you know what I mean, no answer for it. And then on the inside, Devin Haney was chopping with a little right hand over the top and just smothering Kambosos so close to Kambosos that Kambosos couldn't get his shots off. You know what I mean? So Devin fought a really good Smart fight, patient fight. Like I said, wasn't action packed. Didn't go in there and just stump out Kambosos. You know what I'm saying? Fought smart and did his thing, just like I thought. You know what I mean? Exactly how I thought the fight was gonna play out. Now, shout out to Kimani Badman Pabon who called for the stoppage, because I think that I also called for a stoppage in this fight, and we're gonna talk about it. And I feel like Devin Haney could have possibly gotten the stoppage, but these are some of the things that I feel like Devin Haney can do better as he moves on in his career. And also, this is also a part of why people say that Devin Haney has no punching power and he's pillow fisted. It's not necessarily, and I did a video on this the other day, that it's Devin Haney chinny, and I talked about his punching power a little bit. I don't think it's so much, that he doesn't have punching power or he's pillow fisted. I think it's more of what I said earlier. He needs to be more versatile and more creative in his offensive attack. One thing that he didn't do last night at all, he didn't really go to the body. I'm like, where's this dude body shots? He would jab to the body, you know what I mean? Throw the straight right to the body sometime, but he didn't really go to the body. He threw a left hook to the body maybe once in the fight, a right hook to the body that caught Kambosos. But I feel like Kambosos was wide open for those body shots. And I feel like if Devin becomes more versatile with his offense and more creative with his punch selection, because he's very good at placing his punches. He's a very accurate puncher. He loves the overhand right. I think that he needs to straighten that right hand out sometime instead of throwing it over. I'm saying a nice straight 1-2. He needs to straighten out that right hand and needs to go to the body because he headhunts too much. And if he mixed up his attack and became more versatile in his approach, started from the body and up to the head, upstairs, downstairs, I think he'll be able to create more openings to get knockouts. You know what I'm saying? More openings, create more openings will bring more knockouts. So I think that's part of the and that was why when this fight first got announced, I thought that Devin Haney was going to struggle with Kambosos, and that based off of the way Kambosos fought against Teofimo Lopez. But you know what I'm saying, I understand that that was just perfect timing, and Kambosos put on a lifetime performance, and he had to win that fight, and he did. But I feel like Devin Haney could have got the stoppage against George Kambosos and can get more stoppages if he mixes up his attack, if he stops headhunting so much, goes down to the body, mixes body shots in between the combinations. You throw in a combination to the head, mix in the body shot in between the combination, come back upstairs. You could tell he was trying to set up the right hand over the top by jabbing to Kambosos' body, feinting, stepping in. He was trying to set up the right hand over the top, like all fight, and he hit Kambosos with some good ones. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like if he would throw that right hand straight, the thing is Kambosos is shorter than Devin Haney. So if Devin Haney oversteps, you know what I'm saying, with the jab, because he was definitely able to close the distance with his jab. So if he oversteps with the jab and then shoots that right hand, he's shooting down on Kambosos because Kambosos is already shorter and he's a little bit, you know what I'm saying, crunch down, kind of stays like this. Easy for Kambosos to roll underneath that right hand from Devin Haney, and that's what Kambosos was doing a lot. So I feel like if Devin Haney was straighten out, you know what I'm saying, that right hand, rather than shooting it over the top, he loves to shoot over the top. Also, another thing that Devin was doing that I didn't really like, and that was him trying to be, creative in his approach and in his attack. He's leading with that left hook, and the way he does it, he kind of like dips down and loads up on it, so you can see it coming. Kambosos was able to see it coming, and Kambosos is like, man, you're not hitting me with that. Now, sometimes if you're gonna load up and fake it like you going upstairs and shoot it downstairs to the body, I'm saying get them to drop their hands down and then double up and come back to the head. I'm just saying, yeah, you know what I'm saying. I'm saying, like I said, and I think this is where the criticism comes from with Devin Haney and with the knockouts, because he needs to be more versatile in his offensive approach. He got the jab down packed, and I'm saying the jab is supposed to be the finder and opens up everything. Now he needs to be a little bit more versatile, you know what I'm saying, off the jab, hook off the jab, you know what I'm saying, throw the lead uppercut off the jab, a straight right hand behind the jab, because he loves to step in with that overhand. And if you're shorter than him, which a lot of his opponents, you know what I'm saying, are, they get to roll right underneath that right hand. But body shots also, I would love to see Devin go to the body more often, you know what I'm saying, mix it up. He has a good left hook to the body. I would love to see him use it, you know what I'm saying, more, man. You know what I mean? And that's where, but again, masterclass performance. Um, you know what I mean, by Devin. We ain't taking nothing away from him. We just talking about things that he could work on going into the future. PA, good points. I agree. Things he could work on going into the future, especially against, you know, fighters like, you know, Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia and all these people in the weight class, because that's a booming weight class. You know what I mean? And hopefully we'll get all these. It's a lot of fights, boy. And Devin's undisputed. Devin's undisputed now. No more email champion. No more text message champion. No more WhatsApp champion. No more Instagram champion. No more Twitter champion. You know what I mean? He's an undisputed Ring Magazine, lineal, and all that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Devin the Dream Haney for getting the friggin' job done, man. With a great performance. And the Australian crowd was loving him too. I mean, the Australian people was loving him, filling up his locker room in the back post fight. I mean, great performance by Devin Haney. George the Ferocious Kambosos came into his locker room and congratulated him after and said all respect. Um, cleared up the rat situation. But yeah, man, I'm gonna need you guys tell me what y'all think about it in the comments section, man. Devin Haney beats George the Ferocious Kambosos to become undisputed. Um, Talked about the points that he could, the things that he can do better. George Ferocious Kambosos just couldn't get past Devin Haney's jab. Started. Devin Haney broke him down, like mentally, physically with the jab, and then mentally just with the distance, with the space, with the defense. George Kambosos started to get sloppy, lunging, not using his jab, jumping in with left hooks, jumping in with right hooks. Devin Haney's rolling underneath them, pushing Kambosos. One time, Kambosos threw a left hook and damn near almost went through the goddamn ropes. You know what I mean? And Devin Haney was like, nah. But Devin Haney did a beautiful job of just working behind his jab. And like I said, I think if he can, you know, a little bit more versatile with his offense, more up and down with his jab, more up and down with his punch selection, you know, changing levels, mixing in the body shots to the head attack. I feel like he's the champion, but he looked like trash. Okay. But I feel like if he can mix up the body shots in between his head punches, he's going to the head, come down low, shoot something down low. You know what I mean? Come upstairs, downstairs, change levels with the combinations. I think it would create more openings, which would then create more knockout chances, you know what I'm saying, for Devin Haney, more stoppages, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I really see with his offense. Really just needs to be more versatile and mix up the punches. And like I said, I'd love to see him go to the body. He don't go to the body at all, you know what I'm saying? And in that fight, I was like, damn, why you ain't going to Kambosos' body? You know what I'm saying? But I think if Devin could mix up body shots into his combinations, more versatile with his attack, I think that will make him a better fighter. And like I said, create openings for him to get possible stoppages, because that's what everybody's complaining about. He's pillow fisted. He can't punch, you know, Looked like he stunned Kambosos a few times, you know what I'm saying, in the fight. Not rocked him, but hit him with some good shots that stood Kambosos up, made Kambosos reset. You could tell that they bothered him, you know what I mean? But, you know, we ain't taking nothing away from Devin Haney. Just, me talking about things that I think that he can improve on, do better, you know what I'm saying, put more shit into his arsenal that will ultimately make him a better fighter for the big fights that he has coming in the future, because like I said, he's undisputed now. But you guys tell me what y'all think about it in the comment section. We're keeping this live stream nice and short, and I'll be back with another one. Until then, keep fighting your fight and protect yourself at all times, man. Peace and one love. This is Coach Fighting. This is Real Life Boxing. Let's go.